Hey there, my dear students. I hope you all are doing good. We saw the law of conservation of mass in the last session, and now it is time to see the law of definite proportion. So let me try to explain the law of definite proportion for you. The law of definite proportion. Do you all know who proposed this law of definite proportion? This law was proposed by a French scientist. His name was Joseph Proust. This was in the year 1779. The law of definite proportion states that a given chemical compound always contains its component elements in a fixed ratio by mass and does not depend on its source or method of preparation. So if I have a chemical compound, whether that compound is naturally occurring or it is prepared synthetically in the lab, the ratio of the elements that are present in the compound, the ratio by mass, that is fixed and it cannot vary. This is the law of definite proportion. Now let me try to explain this law in detail. Suppose we consider the formation of water from hydrogen and oxygen. So hydrogen and oxygen gives water. Water is made of an atom of oxygen and two atoms of hydrogen. So the red sphere here is the oxygen atom and the two white spheres here is the hydrogen atom. No matter how this water is formed, water will always have two atoms of hydrogen and one atom of oxygen in it. That is, the ratio of the number of hydrogen atoms to oxygen atom in a water molecule is fixed. It is 2:1. Because the number of atoms of hydrogen and oxygen are fixed, the mass ratio is also fixed. That is, the mass of hydrogen atom to the mass of oxygen atom or vice versa is also fixed no matter what. I can write the formation of water molecule as hydrogen plus half oxygen giving me water H2O. So if we try to find the molar mass of water, water is made up of two atoms of hydrogen. Each has a molar mass of 1 gram. So two hydrogens together will make a mass of 2 grams in total in water molecule. And what is the mass of the oxygen atom? 1 mole of oxygen or the molar mass of oxygen is 16 grams. So the molar mass of water is 18 grams. Hence, if I take 18 grams of water and decompose it, what should I get? I should get hydrogen which weighs 2 grams and oxygen which weighs 16 grams. If we take a water molecule, what is the mass ratio of the atoms that are present in water molecule? The mass ratio of the oxygen atom to the two hydrogen atoms that are present in a water molecule is 16 grams for oxygen upon 2 grams for hydrogen. That is, it is 16 upon 2, which will work out to be 8 upon 1. So 8:1 is the ratio between the oxygen atom that is present in water to the hydrogen atoms that is present in it. So for every 8 grams of oxygen, we'll have 1 gram of hydrogen in a water molecule, no matter from where we source this water from. No, instead of 18 grams of water, what if I have some other mass? It's not 1 mole of water, but some other mass of water. Say I have 36 grams of water. Then the mass of oxygen that is present in it will be 32 grams and the mass of hydrogen that is present is 4 grams. How did we get it? Water has a molar mass of 18 gram per mole. Now, 18 grams of water has how many grams of oxygen? It has got 16 grams of oxygen. So, if I have 36 grams of water, the mass of oxygen will be 36 upon 18 into 16. This will work out to be 32 grams. Similarly, if we have to calculate the mass of hydrogen in 36 grams of water, then if I have 18 grams of water, the mass of hydrogen that is present is 2 grams. So if I have 36 grams of water, the mass of hydrogen that is present is 36 upon 18 into 2. This will work out to be 4 grams. So what is the mass of the oxygen to hydrogen atoms that is present in 36 grams of water molecule? It will be 32 upon 4. This will be 8 upon 1. So we again got the mass ratio to be 8 upon 1. Now this 36 grams was a multiple of the molar mass of water, which is like 18 into 2 is 36. So it was easy to calculate. Now what if I take 30 grams of water? Then what will the mass ratio be? Again, we have to calculate the mass of oxygen and hydrogen that is present in 30 grams of water. So if I take water 18 grams, that is the molar mass. What is the mass of oxygen? I have 16 grams. So if I take 30 grams of water, what is the mass of oxygen? It will be 30 upon 18 into 16. This will work out to be 26.67 grams. In the same way, you can calculate and verify the mass of hydrogen that is present in 30 grams of water, which will work out to be 3.33 grams. Now, what is the mass ratio of oxygen to hydrogen that is present in 30 grams of water? It will be 26.67 upon 3.33. Again, this will work out to be 8 upon 1. So, whatever the mass of water I take, whether it is 18 grams, 36 grams or 30 grams, the ratio of the oxygen atom to the hydrogen atoms that is present will always be 8 upon 1, or it is 8:1. Let's now try to find the mass ratio of the atoms present in some compounds. The first example we are taking here is carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide has a molar mass of 44 grams per mole. In 1 mole of carbon dioxide, we have 12 grams of carbon and 32 grams of oxygen. Mass ratio of the oxygen atoms to the carbon atom will be 32:12, which is 8:3. That is, for every 8 grams of oxygen, we have 3 grams of carbon in carbon dioxide. The next example here is ammonia. Now, ammonia has a molar mass of 17 grams per mole. So if I have 17 grams of ammonia, then I have 14 grams of nitrogen and 3 grams of hydrogen. The molar mass of nitrogen atom is 14 gram per mole and the molar mass of hydrogen atom is 1 gram per mole. So 3 atoms of hydrogen makes it 3 grams per mole. So 1 mole of ammonia has 40 grams of nitrogen and 3 grams of hydrogen. So the mass ratio of nitrogen to hydrogen atom will be 14:3. That is, for every 3 grams of hydrogen we have 14 grams of nitrogen, or for every 14 grams of nitrogen we have 3 grams of hydrogen. The last example we are discussing here is that of sulfuric acid. A mole of sulfuric acid is made of a mole of sulfur, 2 moles of hydrogen atom and 4 moles of oxygen atom. So what are their masses? A mole of sulfur weighs 32 grams. We have 2 moles of hydrogen in 1 mole of sulfuric acid. So the mass of hydrogen that is present will be 1 plus 1, which is 2 grams. And we have 4 moles of oxygen in 1 mole of sulfuric acid. So the total mass will be 4 multiplied by 16, which is 64 grams. So if we try to calculate the mass ratio now between the various atoms, that is oxygen, sulfur and hydrogen, then it will be 64:32:2, or it is 32:16:1. This is for your practice. This is going to be very useful when we do the next law of chemical combination, which is law of multiple proportion. So calculate the mass ratio of the elements in these compounds: carbon monoxide CO, hydrogen peroxide H2O2, methane CH4, ethane C2H6, sulfur dioxide SO2 and sulfur trioxide SO3. So my dear students, that was law of definite proportion for you. The next law that we have to see is law of multiple proportion. If you found this session useful, please don't forget to hit the like button and also share it with your friends. Also, consider subscribing to my channel. Until I see you with the law of multiple proportion, this is Suja, your chemistry teacher, signing off. Take care and bye-bye.